Hi, everyone. Meteorologist Robert Spetty here with you once again. Today it is currently the 26th of July, 2014, and today we are continuing to watch not only the tropics, but also some areas off here towards the north and what is left of Matmo, still pushing across North Korea, northeastern China, and even the Japan Meteorological Agency has issued some heavy rain advisories today for western seaboards of Hokkaido. They actually expect some areas to see as much as about 120 millimeters of rainfall and possibility of the threat of some flooding out here and even the threat of landslides, all due to what's left of Matmo. Now, not saying that this is going to be anything tropical related and any damaging winds possibly coming out of this, but there is still the threat of this storm system still packing a punch off here towards the north. So I know it'd be nice just to say Matmo's over with and it's gone, but no, it's still coming through and it's still going to be pushing across northern Japan and bringing some unstable weather off here basically throughout the rest of the weekend, even extending out until about Monday morning before it finally gets a move on. But all that cool air wrapping around the northern periphery of it and pushing down towards the south, well, that's going to make some unsettled weather across parts of Tokyo as well. So afternoon thunderstorms are going to be a thing, especially by Sunday evening and Monday evening, mainly due to that cold air aloft wrapped in behind Matmo, or what's left of it, combined with daytime heating. So a lot going on off here towards the north. That's what I really want to start this update with, because I mean, this has been the storm system to talk about for the past week now. It first slammed Taiwan as a powerful typhoon. It brought down the Trans-Asia airliner. 47 people were killed in that. Then it pushed across, much of Fujian province down there towards the south and across northeastern China as well, bringing widespread precipitation and flooding out here. So this storm system isn't over yet, and it really has been the topic. It affected, millions and millions of people. But as far as the tropics are concerned, we are continuing to watch what is going on. The reason is we got several new lows down here towards the south. Take a look at the satellite picture, actually. I mean, this is just active. Actually, I think the Guam National Weather Service put it best. They said basically widespread areas of unstable weather down there, stretching from Palau over towards Micronesia. And if you're a boater, this is not going to be very pleasant, I think, at the very least. We have a monsoonal depression here, a little tropical low. Then we have widespread convection over here as well. So widespread scattered showers, several low pressure systems developing out here. Actually, the Japan Meteorological Agency on their surface analysis has two low pressure areas. They expect this one towards the west to really dominate and become a tropical depression in the next 24 hours. But really the good news that's coming out of this, and I know it sounds kind of weird, and if you don't understand meteorology very much, this may sound a little bit absurd, but the good news is that we have so much cloud cover and several low pressure areas here because they're feeding off of each other's energies. One reason, and remember when Naoguri, it formed down here way towards the south, but it was alone. It had a lot of moisture, and it was all by itself. Let's say we got rid of this low right here and rid of this cloud cover. I think this low towards the east would form up really quickly, and it would potentially become something strong, and vice versa if the low towards the west formed up and this wasn't missing. But both of these are going to kind of keep each other in check, kind of like a system of checks and balances. You have to wait for one to completely weaken out before we see something significantly develop. And I think that's what a lot of models are really pointing at right now. For example, let's take a look at the GFS model run. We're just seeing our low towards the Philippines. It's going to lift off towards the north. Fair confidence on that. But it kind of stays weak, and then the minute it fades out, this starts to pick up on a new low developing near Guam, the one farther towards the east, and becoming a tropical system. The NavGem also picking up on both of these low pressure areas, but they both keep each other in check, and it stays pretty weak throughout the forecast until, next Saturday. We're still talking about a week out by these standards. So basically, we still don't have Genesis. Both of these systems are kind of working against each other, and I think you're going to have to wait for one to kind of weaken out. If my bet, I think this one still could become a weak TD if it fought out. This one would still be a few more days away if this one weakens. So Yeah, I know that Jim Eds, he's out here in Taiwan now. He's going to be flying out to Guam to get ahead of the storm system towards the southeast. That's probably a smart idea. If you are in Guam, I think you should be getting prepared. It's probably still going to be about 5-6 days away, but this low over here towards the east, the minute this one starts to weaken, I think that could push across the Mariana Islands as a tropical storm. Not anything too powerful, at least looking like at this time. And the other thing is the southern Japanese islands. I think you should watch out for potentially a storm system coming up your way next week sometime. There's a lot of potential here because, well, the thing is, once again, we're still looking at the Genesis phase. The one thing I can rule out is landfall in the Philippines. Some people have been asking about that. The Westpac High is actually retreated back here towards the east. You can see all this dry air. That's the Westpac High. And you still have that really strong, look at that, all that moisture inflow coming in with the southwest monsoon. So let's say we had a storm system form up right here. It's going to go around the western periphery of that dry air, the Westpac High there, but it's not going to go into that moisture inflow. It's not going to want to flow into that. It's just going to want to skirt the Philippine coastline and pull off here towards the north with the overall background flow, which you can see really nice on this moisture imagery. So yeah, that's really what's happening right now with this one, everybody. We're going to continue to keep an eye on it. I know a lot of information in this quick little update here, but if you have any more questions, comments, or suggestions, you can always post them down in the comment box below. We always appreciate your feedback. We're, of course, are going to continue to keep you updated. I know right now it seems like kind of on the fence on this storm system, but main reason is we haven't seen the genesis phase of it yet. And what I mean by that, we haven't seen it really become all that organized. So you can't really plot exactly where it's going to be going. I do think scattered and very unstable weather across the tropics over the course of the next week. At the very least, enhanced monsoon for the Philippines. Guam, you're going to be looking at some scattered thunderstorms by mid-next week. Could be tropical storm strength winds. And eventually the southern Japanese islands by mid-next week as well. You're going to be looking at some rough weather. So a lot of people are going to see some stuff, but I can't confirm if there's going to be a very, very significant typhoon just yet at this point. All right, everybody, thanks again for watching. Stay safe out there. We will update you more when more information comes in. Bye.